Yeah, everything's looking pretty good so far. We've done some things to simplify the showcase, so no pizza to worry about, right? So, yeah, it's been good. I just gotta.
The lights. Can you shut off that bar?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yeah, and when the trailers happen, I'm gonna shut off all the lights.
Yeah. Okay. Because that really washes out the screen in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, much better.
Oh yeah. Yep. Come on, this thing has to show up though.
Yeah, you're offline.
Yeah, I'm not though. Okay, so I'm going to get the music going, and then I'm going to walk out in the hall. I'm going to start shepherding everyone in here for the presentation. Let's see here. Yeah, this, for whatever reason, this has been taking a while right here. Not entirely sure why it's taking so long to load tonight. It doesn't on my my phone.
Well, tonight's the last night for that show.
Oh, really? I was told I could head back over there and visit.
We
Right.
still own it. We're just not staying there
Oh,
anymore.
that's good. That's good. Yep.
So guess what?
Yeah. Saturday. Great.
Moving in,
Okay.
dude.
Sounds good. Oh, and we are good. Heck yeah. Rock and roll. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the music playing. Aw, did she understand? Aw. Yep, that's right. Okay, we're live streaming now. We're live streaming now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to the U of M plus EMU Student Game Showcase. You've braved the cold out there. It's a Friday night. The fact that you chose to spend it with us, we really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. So, for the next 30 minutes or so, if we go a bit slow, it might be 45, we want to introduce you. Wait, do you hear something? No, I don't hear too much. Maybe the audio is still playing.
Yeah, there's stuff outside there.
Oh, it's outside. Oh, gosh, it's just, doesn't it beckon all the fun games out there? Okay, let's get this over with, yeah? So, welcome to the showcase. For the next 30 minutes, we're going to explain to you what this showcase is, what the students have accomplished this semester, and then we're going to show you about 19 awesome student game trailers, okay? Please look forward to it. And by the way, hello to everyone who's, this is the first time we've ever done this event, both in person and online at 494showcase.com. If you go to 494showcase.com, you'll find the live stream and a bunch of people who couldn't be here tonight. So welcome to all of you, too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So this is the 494 U of M plus EMU Showcase, and it usually it's a great time, right? The students work so hard, right, for months to bring you these awesome experiences. And it is not an easy road, for sure. But when we get there, right, the students get to watch people play games, get to watch how their experiences have an impact on people, and that is just the best moment in a game developer's, that a game developer can have, okay? There are prizes, right? There are wonderful costumes, right? Maybe you've seen some already out there today, and it's just a phenomenal time. And again, I just really love those costumes. The effort is everywhere tonight. But I'll tell you, like, the pandemic has been a very, very hard thing for so many. And it is very, very, I know Corbin and I and everyone is just, we're so happy to be able to bring this back in person and in a hybrid format, okay? But if you want to play these games later, right, if you want to review anything, if you want to vote for all the wonderful games here, then you'll do it at 494showcase.com. 494 is the name of the class, that's why the 494 is there, okay? So what is EECS 494? Well, it's a game development course, right? So we make video games. In the first 3 weeks of the course, we actually have the students remake this game right here, Legend of Zelda. Who's played this game or seen this game, right? A classic, famous game franchise. They remake this in Unity, the first dungeon of this. But then they actually add their own twist. They add new mechanics. Has anyone seen Zelda with a motorbike?
Big Breath of the Wild, yes.
Oh, you're right. So they saw what we were doing in 494, and they said, you know what? You got to get in on that, right? Just a wonderful, wonderful example here. And in particular, this dungeon, just textbook game design, right? It starts you off with a new mechanic. It traps you until you discover the new mechanic's utility. You can use the bike to jump over the lava gaps, right? Wonderful way to teach the player things without using even a single character of text, okay? Very impressive stuff. Anyway, then we move on throughout the semester and we build our own custom games. Bigger games, the kind of games that you'll see out here tonight, okay? All the games you've seen out here tonight have been made in about 7 weeks, okay? On teams of about 4 to 5, all right? Sometimes these games are so awesome that they're able to actually get them published, right? They're able to take them to publishers and get some publishing deals. This team yoked a phenomenal team. They ended up getting about a 5-figure publishing deal to get the game onto Steam, and I believe it's coming to Nintendo Switch and the consoles in, I think, a few months. They're doing that port right now. But this is not just about entertainment, because the things that you learn, right? Game engines, right? Game design, that's experience design, right? Has anyone been to Ann Arbor Spark downtown? A wonderful, wonderful incubator. If you go there, you'll find a lot of companies that are using game development techniques and technologies to do awesome things that aren't necessarily game related, right? They even created a really awesome internship program for that. You can take game dev technologies and you can create visualizations, right? A social network building itself over time, right? This is a research project, right? Made in about 45 minutes with Unity. Allows you to visualize a bunch of interaction and touchscreen data on your phone, right? Pretty cool stuff. This is one of my favorites. Anyone go to Ginger Deli downtown? Oh, best pho in town. Okay, you got to go to Ginger Deli. The owners of that company, that restaurant, made Brideview with a bunch of 494 and Wolverinesoft students with Unity. This is an app that isn't a game, but it's super fun. You can actually design your wedding and customize every aspect of it before you drop the big bucks, okay? And so there's so many different ways to do this. Christina York's team at Spellbound downtown used game dev technology and augmented reality to bring pop-up books to life, right? And stickers to life. You can see the characters popping out. You can interact with them. You can play games. It's awesome. And they do this to help with pediatric medical care. So if someone is undergoing, a scary kind of medical procedure, you can distract and entertain the children to kind of get them past that. Just a wonderfully human, socially impactful use of the game dev technology, okay? And by the way, game dev techniques and technologies are truly everywhere these days. And I'll prove it to you, okay? This is Steve Jobs introducing, or at least talking about some new features in the Mac operating system at Macworld in 2000, okay? And I want you to listen for how the crowd reacts to just a little bit of what we call juice in game development, okay? Let's take a look.
And I can put anything in here I want. I can put websites, I can put documents, I can put anything, applications, anything that I use, and I can rearrange them at will, and the doc just accommodates anything I want when I drag something out. It gets bigger, right? Now, a question would be, well, how small can it get? Well, it can get pretty small, actually. You can actually set the maximum tile size, and it'll shrink from there and get more stuff. But, you can actually say, well, it'll get really small. I can hold like 128 things here. How would I ever see them, though, if they get this small, or if I even prefer them this small? Well, we have something we call magnification, which works kind of like this.
Right? So right, that juiciness, that interactivity, that visual richness is something we teach in game dev. And when it finds its way into other software, right, whether that's your phone operating system, whether that is your computer operating system, whether it's anywhere, right, people love it. Right? The world is becoming a more interesting, interactive place, and that's all of technology, okay? So everyone needs that game dev knowledge. It's really exciting, okay? This isn't just about making games, though, because making games involves 1,000 different things. It involves engineering, but it also involves production and management of your resources, your personnel on your team. How much time do you have left? Do you have any funding, right? Where are you going to spend it, okay? And that's one way to do that. We use Jira in the course. It's also art, right? Art is a big part of game development. And we may be engineers and on the UMich side of things. But one of the best things about making games is that's so multidisciplinary, right? You develop this love and this respect for all the other disciplines out there. It is absolutely incredible. So much to learn. Audio goes into games as well, and so you have to study that. You might not be making the audio on your team, but you need to understand what the musicians need from you and how they do their job so you can help them and work together very well. And of course, there's the design aspect, right? Oftentimes, you will actually design, experiment with your game design via paper prototyping, it's called. You'll actually make board games or card games, or you'll put everything out there while it's still cheap. You can still change your game designs when it's like this. It's really cheap to do. But if you've spent like hours, hundreds of hours programming a mechanic, and then you want to change it later, it's like, ooh, right? Oh, that's going to be expensive, okay? Anyway, right, one of my favorite non-game uses of game dev technology is something called NeuroVR. And this was made by one of my best students ever, right? Daniel Kortemeyer. He worked in Dr. Krishnan's laboratory. And I want to show you this trailer. It is awesome. Gosh, isn't that beautiful, right? Using game development for physical rehabilitation. The idea is that if you have a patient who is struggling to regain some of their functionality in limbs, in wherever, like you can assign them some of these mini games. You can get them into the rehab area, and you can actually have them do these activities. And because the software can kind of track progress over time and be customized, it gives the medical professionals a lot of power to help out their patients in a really cool new way, right? Just a beautiful, beautiful use case. This was made by, like I said, one of my star students, Daniel Kortemeyer. Sadly, he passed away far, far, far too young a few years ago of natural causes. And it was a heartbreaking moment for so many. Daniel was a student and assistant of mine. He was phenomenal, and he actually was at this showcase right out there with his game Turbo Neon. He was an extremely competitive guy, and he absolutely loved showcases like this, right? And so I would actually like to show you in memorial his game that he made with his team, Studio Deem Engine, an awesome game called Turbo Neon. Let's take a look.
Race across a pulsating cyberspace. Maintain momentum around corners. Tear onto the players to gain momentum. Split screen multiplayer. Race for glory in Turbo Neon.
Got an absolutely fantastic game. And you know, in memorial of Daniel, we have put this game back. We've relaunched the game on 494showcase.com. So if it looks like something that's exciting and fun to you, find a few friends, download it at home, and you can play it, and that would just be phenomenal to do so. Anyway, another thing to note is that Daniel's family has provided support to the course and to the showcase in a way that's been very, very impactful, helping us fund like new controllers, new equipment, and stuff like that. And so we're extremely grateful to the entire Kortemeyer family. I hope you'll take a look at the game. It is phenomenal, a phenomenal game by an absolutely rock star, phenomenal student. So he will be missed. I miss him every day. So, okay. We are not just U of M here. We're not just 494. We have EMU here, and a professor of game development at EMU, Corbin Reeves, is here to talk about that. Thank you so much for joining us, Corbin.
This is the slide. Thank you so much, first off, for having us here. Every single year we get the opportunity to come back here and show off our games. At the end of the semesters, students work so hard for this. Over at Eastern, our program is focused on art. We make 3D generalists. And the best way to prepare our artists to go into the industry is to teach them how to jump right into the engine and make things happen. I don't know about you, but for a lot of artists, programming for the first time is scary, especially jumping right into it. They have very little to no experience going into programming. They arrive at the class kind of scared, kind of nervous, not quite sure what it's going to be like, usually with a mindset of, this isn't for me. I went to school to be an artist. And over the couple of weeks that I have with them before we start on our project, we spend about 6 weeks, 7 weeks in some cases, getting them ready, doing small projects, kind of building up to this big moment when they launch into their first empty Unity file and say, what am I going to make? And then they spend 4 to 5 weeks working together in a small group to try to make something awesome for this showcase. So what you're going to see tonight is a lot of these students, first time ever making a game. And I've got to say, they're looking better than ever.
I completely agree. Completely agree.
And so when you go out there tonight and you get a chance to play these games that all of these students have put their heart and soul into over the last couple of weeks, make sure that you let them know what you like about their game, how awesome it is, and remind them that this is something that they were able to make in such a brief time period. And it's thanks to everybody over at Eastern that we get this opportunity to showcase our students' abilities and give them a chance to kind of show off what they can do. And it's special thanks to you all here at U of M for having us.
Thank you, Corbin. Thank you. All right. So we don't just have 494 and EMU games out there. We also have Wolverine Soft Studio games out there as well. Wolverine Soft, Cameron, are you here? I am. All right, come on down, Cameron. So Wolverine Soft Studio. So Cameron, what is Wolverine Soft Studio?
So Wolverine Soft Studio is our student-run game development studio. It is a sub-organization of Wolverine Soft, which is a club open to anyone. The studio itself is an application for membership. However, we don't just accept U of M students. So if you are not tired of making games after this semester, I know you're tired, but if you're not done, we would love to have you potentially come join us.
Very good. And you have 2 new games debuting tonight.
We do. So we did 2 projects this semester, a couple of firsts in both projects. The first one, if you already know this game, it's because we released it already. However, over the summer, in large part thanks to Austin and to the folks in the Wolverine Soft org, we got the ability to publish on Steam for the first time ever. So super excited. So we have been taking time out to visit our back catalog, port it over to Steam. One thing it afforded us with this game particularly is that we have, for the first time ever in the studio, online peer-to-peer multiplayer through Steam's SDK.
Heck yeah. Let's take a look.
Yeah. As everyone knows, the best way to play blues is on maximum fastness.
All right.
On Steam now.
Very impressive.
Our second project prompted, within the studio, we have a lot of industry mentors who we work with who give us guidance and help us make decisions. In the beginning of last summer, we got given the guidance that summer is the time to experiment. During the year, we are an official MVP class. We have certain standards that we need to hold to, but summer let us kind of do something new. Subtension is the result of our first ever back-to-back 2-semester project. So what you're going to see here got started in May, and the final version of it is out now on itch and Steam at some point. So check out Subtension.
Awesome. Very cool.
Check out our games if you're interested in all in joining us. We are preparing for our next cycle. Applications close January 7th. Thanks so much, guys.
Very good. Thank you. Okay. So let's talk about the schedule for tonight really quickly. And I'm already going to tell you, I'm going to make an adjustment to it on the fly, actually. So from, well, we're in the middle of this right now, but for about 15 to 20 more minutes, we're going to be doing game trailers. We're going to show you the trailers. Here's how it's going to go. We're going to show you the trailer. The team for the trailer is going to stand up. We clap for them. We move on to the next trailer, okay? Very good stuff. From 7:45 to about 9:15, I'm actually going to change that. We're probably going to go until probably 9:45 or maybe 10. Just give you a little bit more time to play the games. There's so many out there. You're going to walk around, and you're going to play the games, and you are going to vote on them, okay? You have 5 votes that you can give to any of the games out there. The Wolverine Soft games, you can't vote for them. That'd be a little bit unfair. But the voting results will be announced probably at around 10 p.m. We'll go through the votes, we'll count them all up, and we will award prizes to all of the teams in the order that they got the votes, okay? And it should be a very good time. A quick note, this year you vote digitally, okay? You vote by going to 494showcase.com. And don't worry, we've got a lot of posters out there to remind you of this fact on all the pillars. But you'll go to 494showcase.com on a computer or your phone, and you'll click this button right here in the corner, okay? It'll also tell you how much more time you have, and I'm probably going to extend it for another 30 minutes or so, okay? So you click on that link. You have you can vote once, and if it's on phone, it'll look like this, and you'll have the button in the corner, okay? And yeah, vote for your favorite 5 teams, and if you are a developer yourself, please do vote for your own game. Okay? Just makes everything way easier, all right? Okay. So you don't put on an event like this without a lot of help, and we're extremely grateful to a number of people. First, marketing. Stephen Krang, Zachary Champion, Michael Clammers. Are any of you here? Right? No, they've done a tremendous job helping get the word out, helping get all this wonderful audience and attendees to our student games. So we're very, very grateful. Equipment and facilities, setting up and helping everyone get their equipment and helping make sure nothing goes crazy. Like, we've blown out the power in this area, like the last 3 showcases we've had. Tonight, though, perfect. Absolutely perfect, all right? So great thanks to George Kroslak and Stephen Rieger. Are you here? Thank you so much. A big thanks to the collaborations we do with Matthew Thompson and his Pat 305 students. Are any Pat 305 students here? Matthew, are you here? All right, thank you so much, everyone. Next, I have to thank the senior consultants, highly paid senior consultants, Pamela and David Yarger. Are you here? Hey, right in the back. Thank you so much, Mom and Dad. EMU, all EMU SAG faculty for supporting Corbin and all the wonderful courses over there. A big thanks to all of the former EECS 494 professors, Dr. Mitchell Block, Professor Jeremy Bond, and Dr. John Laird. Are any of you here tonight? Oh, okay. We'll include your clap with the next ones. Thank you to all the 494 and UMich alumni. Thank you to all of the CSE faculty and staff who help us keep this course going and approve all my future game dev courses. Thank you very much. And the biggest of all, perhaps, is thank you so much to the EECS 494 students for your inspired work this semester. Thank you so much. But actually, we have just a couple more, okay? Thank you so much to Maxwell Zuber, EECS 494 IA, did a phenomenal job. Where are you, Max? Right here. Phenomenal job grading. Right. Office hours, grading, right? This course is a tough course to be on the staff. It takes a lot of time, a lot of expertise. Just wonderful, wonderful stuff. A big thanks to Ahmad Fayaz. Are you here, Ahmad? Right, are you here? We'll clap for you anyway when you watch the recording. Ahmad also did a lot of grading help, and those grading sessions are long. It's kind of like grading an entire exam, but every single week. Okay, it's a lot of stuff. And a big thanks to Adris. Are you here, Adris? Where are you? Right there. Right. Adris was a grader and helped us out a ton as well every single week. So before we get into the trailers, I promise I'll do that in just a second. It is ad time. So I know everyone's probably I've talked about this a lot. It's a little bit spammy at this point, but it works. We have a new game dev course, a new XR course. This is EECS 498 Extended Reality and Society. It allows you to learn not just Unity and not just game dev for fun, but it allows you to learn Unreal Engine as well and game dev for impact, okay? So VR, AR, all those cool things. You get to learn all of that in this other course, and that sounds like a lot, but it's actually designed to be way more chill. It's like 494, but super chill this time, okay? It's easier than 494 by a lot, but that doesn't mean it's easy, so keep that in mind. Okay, and you can learn more at bit.ly umich_xr if you want to in the future, okay? Okay, ad finished. Okay, so now let's go ahead and watch these wonderful trailers, okay? So first up, we have Zombie Cakes by Empty Chip Bag Studios.
We're hungry, gluten-intolerant zombies with delicious treats in this co-op cooking survival game. Confined to a food truck with a bad habit of breaking down, two chefs must work together, producing food, shooting zombies, and collecting resources to survive each way. Unlock new machines.
New machine just for you.
Upgrades.
Lightning for new business.
And more.
Have you seen the new Top Gun?
To save on the board and build your truck into a gluten-free garbage. Last long enough to repair your truck, and then you might just get out alive.
All right. Next up, we have A Kitsune's Tale by Broccoli Bats.
In a land far away, a lonely fox is embarked on a quest to claim his tales. Will it live up to the legacy of its predecessors, or will it fail and be relegated to the mortal realm for all eternity? Navigate through the terrifying forest of tracks and trickery. Harness the low elements power of fire and ice. Using small and your advantage, and collect humans to reach alternate dimensions. This is a Kitsune's tale.
A Kitsune's Tale. Next up, we have Bug Boogie by Untitled Games. Bug Boogie. Next up, we have Cavelet by Hoseko Studios.
This is the story of the adventures of Billy Bob, a miner who has been trapped in the dance studio cave. His only option is to move onwards, further into the cave. At his disposal is his trusty pickaxe, explosives, and his headlight. But he'll need to keep an eye out for spikes, falling rocks, and poisonous gas. So Billy Bob better keep an eye on that battery bar, or he'll be trapped forever.
Cavelet. Next up is Blockcraft by Snake X.
In Blockcraft, you can collect, connect, expand, defend, sabotage, clear enemy blocks, and win.
Blockcraft. Next up, we have The Long Road by Lambda.
In AD 2657, an advanced civilization from outer space landed invaded Earth. All humans were turned into millions. As the last human on the Earth, you had to pass the long road and defeat Lambda King. Collect 20 caskets of items along the road. Drive the vehicle to move faster, and climb field to drive longer. Improve yourself and defeat strong enemies. Welcome to the Long Road.
Long Road. Next up, we have Raveler by Studio III. It's 6 of them. All right.
Did you remember your first meet?
I remember to really hate to go to school.
That's why all the books seem to not like us now, haha.
I was really sad when they wouldn't let us ride in the same horse.
Cooperation is important here. The road can be a constraint, but also help. Where will the journey take you?
All right, Reveler! Okay, I think my computer's gonna lag if I don't do this. All right, hey Mario. All right, next up we have Electric Kitty by Crunch Time Studios.
Electricity. Play as a cat on the hunt for a mischievous squirrel. After finding some mysterious ring in an ancient ruin, a strange power revealed. With your newfound magnetic ability, you must continue your chase. So climb, dodge, attract, and repel your way through these puzzling ruins. Who knows what dangers you will attract next?
Electric Kitty! Next up, we have Alien Escape by Grounded Games.
These drones are hunting down the most dangerous living forms that ever exist. One who can bend reality and destroy cities. He is currently trying to escape the deep labs of Area 51. Officially, he is known as Bringer of Light, but everyone calls him Bomb. It looks like Bob has found himself in a bit of trouble. Is this the end for our hero? Help Bob escape the clutches of human experimentation. Get that home using trademark time travel technology. But beware, there are many traps and puzzles which try to block his way to his ship.
Alien Escape! Okay, next up we have Bad Practice by Shady Lobster Studios. Games.
The doctor is in. Please, Doc, I need your help. I was bitten by my favorite squirrel.
Don't worry, I'm totally a certified doctor. Let me get my tools.
Cycle between your medical tools to fight different enemies. Heal your patient, but make sure you're using the right tool. Set down turrets and use bandages on your wounds to help you fend off waves of enemies.
Thanks, Doc, for all your help.
Bad practice. Radical medical madness.
Bad Practice! Okay, next up is Granny's Day Off by Liminal Escape.
It's finally arrived. The world's largest slice of life has arrived in the world. The title professor is up for grabs.
That's enough of that, sweetie. We'll take it from here.
In this third-person high thrower, you'll compete against another Granny in the ultimate competition to be the best. The grandma that gains the most points at the end of the competition takes the crown.
Collect special parts by stealing them from customers. But be careful. Stealing from innocent fairgoers might land you in deep trouble. Prove to your friends and foes alike that you can stand at the top and be the ultimate grandma today in Granny's Day Off.
Granny's Day Off! Next up, we have Roadkill Rampage by Untitled Games. Yep. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. Oh, slash. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You're going crazy. Shouldn't drive like
Roadkill Rampage! Next up, we have Desktop Defender by Sprinting Quackas.
Oh, this e-scroll is so difficult. I'm sure there's an easy way to get 100. Oh, what's this? Oh
Did you really just click that link? Looks like you're going to need a good antivirus to protect your system. Luckily, you have a great one locked and loaded.
Desktop Defender is an asymmetrical cooperative multiplayer game where players are tasked with taking down malware.
Upgrade your system between attacks to take on waves of viruses. And utilize system special abilities to handle lots of malware at a time. You must protect your desktop in Desktop Defender.
Desktop Defender! Next up, we have Food Fight by Swolverine Studio.
Have you ever been unable to agree on what to eat for dinner? Hot dogs! Warm dogs! Hot dogs are way better! Well, look no further. Food Fight helps you settle the disagreement the right way. Hop in as two of your favorite foods and duel to see who will emerge victorious. Choose the correct move to defeat your opponent. Block beats swing, swing beats poke, and poke beats block. Do you think you have what it takes to outwit and outmaneuver your meathead opponent?
Told you mom would do better. Yeah, you're right.
Why are you? Leave it to the food fight.
Food Fight! All right, next up we have Guiding Her by Peachy Keen Games.
You are a dog. Ruff! But it's been days since your mate has taken you out. What's wrong with her? Guiding Her is a resource manager visual novel hybrid in which you, as the beautiful companion you are, must drag your mate out of her house and into the real world again. But things are hard for her right now, and if your enemy comes out, you have to stay home. Keep mate outside and make it walk class as long as possible by helping her make decisions, meet new people, and gain back the energy she spent last thinking. On the way, discover the truth behind what's been making Maeve stuck with your dog days. Guiding Her. Play today?
Guiding Her! And last up, we have Little Lantern by Peachy Slay.
Meet your characters. All. God Dog. Cave Rat.
Oppie always falls upon her feet, but this time her world turned upside down. Play as Oppie the cat in this puzzle platformer. Use a magical lantern to manipulate the environment. Receive help from unlikely friends. For a price. Escape the dungeon ruled by dogs.
Only you
and how Paul escaped his motherland and returned back home safely.
Little Lantern! Okay, everyone, a few reminders. You're going to, in just a moment, head back out. Developers, please get behind your booth, be ready to play. I'm going to extend this deadline. We're going to need a little bit more time than that. The signs out there say it's going to end at 9. I'm going to change it to end at 10, okay? And everyone, please have a wonderful night tonight. And again, thank you all so much for coming.
The trailers this time were phenomenal.
So,
the
61
live
viewers.
action trailers.
Yeah. Everyone on Twitch, thank you so much for attending. We'll see you later, okay? Bye-bye. Please, also, you can vote too. Take care. Yeah, it's not the first time we've done those live action trailers.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. And yeah, I love to see them too. They're just so much fun.
Absolutely.
Real crowd pleaser. I really loved your trailers this year.
Thank you.
Like
they worked really hard on it.
They were sick. I really liked the bug music game as well.
We did a change up with how we do our check-ins,